Hey, I'm back in the kitchen. Welcome to the detailing show. So welcome to this episode of the detailing show. We are back in the kitchen. No more dust and horrible floor. We're good. So we're back in the studio, kitchen studio. No more filming in the car, getting funny looks from the neighbours. In this episode of the detailing show, we're going to be taking a look at quick protection top-ups for the winter. Now the clocks are going back tonight. Time you're watching this, they've already gone back, so please don't take that as you need to do it again. We're going to be taking a look at Wowo's quick detailer. We're going to be taking a look at Infinty Wax's QDX and also at the Devils in the Detail. So we're going to have a look at all three of those products, three segments as always. They've all got the strengths, some have their weaknesses, they've all got the weaknesses. I'll go through everything, but we're going to open up with Wowo's quick detailer. So why don't you take a look at this, enjoy as always, comments, any questions below, ask away, and I'll do my best to answer them. Check this out.
Hey guys, Luke here. So the clocks have changed, the days are shorter. Your car should be winter prepped at this point, and if it is, every time you wash it, you're going to see this, a slow degrading of your wax where the protection slowly seeps away, but hopefully you can get it through winter. Um, this episode is going to take a look at three spray products, quick detailers in essence, that all offer something a little bit different. And I'm going to go through what they do, and hopefully that'll help you decide maybe from this list, or maybe just give you a bit of a steer as to what is available. I'm going to start with from the three of these, Wowo's quick detailer. So Wowo's quick detail, it comes in a 500 ml bottle. Very, very, very pink, as you can see. It prices up at, it's about 14 quid, all told. You're going to find price-wise, these are all relatively consistent with these quick details on the show today, with the Devils in the Detail one coming in at $13.99, Infinity Waxes at $12.99, and Wowo's $13.99 as well. And that's all for 500 ml. So really a bit of a no-hitter on that. No one stands out amongst the rest. Now with this one, it's got a small trigger spray head, very, very light mist onto the paintwork, and then buff with the cloth. So tried the direct application method first. So that's apply onto the paintwork, buff, and then, with the weather conditions they were, it was really, really cold when I was doing this. They were taking a long time to flash off. So in the warmer months, you kind of buff and they're good. With these, all three of them, in actual fact, took just a little extra step of effort to get the best from them. But the Wowo's one, what can I tell you? It smells really, really divine. It's really, really pleasant scent. In terms of in use, very, very straightforward, very easy. No effort in terms of wiping around, streaking, smearing, anything like that. It gave a noticeable boost in the gloss on the paintwork. In terms of the cleaning ability, tried it on a door shut, and it cleaned reasonably well also. I did try both methods of application for this, so either spray onto the panel or spray onto the microfiber, and it yielded good results with both methods as well. So both could be used, or either or in that respect. In terms of the strong point for this one, so of the three products that are going to be shown in this one, the strong point of this one was just how straightforward it was, in all fairness. It's what I like from a quick detailer, a spray and wipe. It's simple, but it does all of the things that you would want well. So from a quick detailer, boosting gloss, boosting protection, can it deal with, just light dirt and grime? And they're never a replacement for a wash process. But does this one do all of those things? Yeah. It did it really, really well, really, really easy to use. So of the three that I'm going to show you today, if you're after ease of use, the Wowo's one is the one for you to pick, is the one for you to prioritize. Like I said, boosting gloss was there. These are the finished shots. This is single wipe down. You can almost layer these with these types of products. You can go back, have a second go, and you'll get an additional boost in the shine. But for me, really, really like this one. I thought it was a very, very pleasant product. Really, really nice to use. Really straightforward. An all round, well, a good all rounder. So It's another win for me from Wowo's, having tried the 121 on the channel very recently. So this is another really nice product. In terms of the boost in protection, now for full disclosure, this side of the car is waxed with Jay's Wax ceramic, and that's probably about 4 weeks old. But this, it brought a really nice beading to it. It was one of two things. So it either revived the ceramic or it laid down its own protection, which was very, very good as well. Either way, brilliant. Exactly what you want from a winter top-up from the Wowo's product. So well done to those guys, Fraser at Wowo's. Back to me in the
So
kitchen.
that was Wowo's quick detail. I hope you enjoyed that segment. We're going to move on next to the Devils in the Detail. They're a really new brand. They're based out of Coventry, so they're local to me in the Midlands here. I've had a go of this, which is their quick detailer spray product. Why don't you check this out, have a look, see what you guys think, and I'll see you on the other side. Enjoy.
Second of these products then is from the Devils in the Detail. So like I said, it's a local firm to me, Coventry-based firm, relatively new. They were at Waxstock, which is where I got this from them. So a relatively new brand, really, really sort of sharp on the branding. I have to say, for a lot of new brands, they can get it wrong, but this one really nicely presented, nice matte labels. They have a black bottle design. The only thing I have to point out on that, and this is, learn this lesson. You can't see if the product is in need of a good shake. With quick detailers, always good practice. With most products, in all fairness, good practice. Just give them a good shake up. So just be extra thorough with these when you do it. The exact same spray head as many at this point. So as the Wowo's one. So a really nice fine mist was applied down onto the paintwork. Again, very very straightforward in terms of how it's designed to be used. In terms of in use, it was a bit of an odd one. I found it to be a little bit sticky. It was a little bit rubbery when you kind of applying it around the paint, when you're wiping it around. So on the boot lid, I'd use sort of 2 or 3 spritz, and I thought, okay, well, I've over applied. That'd be my sort of shout. Came onto the quarter panel, and it was just one mist, and then sort of spread round, and that did help. But it did have, in terms of the use, took a little bit more work than the Wowo's one. That's probably the best way I can put it. Certainly not difficult by any stretch, but in terms of that one quality, the Wowo's one pipped it between these two. I did try both methods. So in terms of apply it directly to the cloth and then buff from there, yielded pretty much the same sort of result. They do have in their product range actually this product, which is designed to add, it's be like a quick detailer with some protection, but they do have an out and out quick detailer. I'd be curious to try that. I'd imagine that'd be much more straightforward proposition. But with this, took a little bit of extra work just in the spreading it stage. In terms of the finish, of the three I'm going to show you today, I did actually prefer the finish on this of the three. It gave a really a wax-like type of gloss to the paintwork, so I really like that one for me. The other two appeared for me a little bit more synthetic. This one seemed to give a little bit more of a boost in the colour that you tend to get with certain types of waxes, carnauba, things like that. You get more of a richness. And for me, this one did that the best out of the three on the program. If that's what you're going to be after, then this one wouldn't be a bad shout against that. In terms of the protection that it left behind, yes, it did leave some. However, you're going to see, and the beading isn't, the cast iron measure of a product, but it does give a good indication of the beading that it's laying down. For me, the beads on this one, I would say, would be average. You have a look in a second, you can see it was repelling water. It was, sort of trying to form a bead, but they were a bit irregular in shape, quite flat, so they weren't doing the maximum. In terms of your winter prep, you should have laid down a good quality protection, be that wax or sealant, what have you. And these should just be a top up. So yes, you can see it is topping up the protection. But like I say, for beading, of the three that's going to be on the show today, I would rank it the third of the three. So it was kind of the weak area for me as a product. The application, I can kind of overlook that. Little bit of extra effort wasn't the end of the world. In terms of finish, like I said, I really, really did like that. But for the beading, for the protection, it was showing that it just wasn't quite holding its own with the other two. So in the company it was in, no biggie. With the new company, I'm sure they're always looking to sort of develop and build the range, and maybe that's something that they can take and they can use. I certainly mean no offense by it. But that's Devils in the Detail, another good option for winter protection top-ups. Once more, back to me in the kitchen.
So that's Devils in the Detail. We're going to finish up this show with a look at Infinity Wax's QDX. It's a bit of a mouthful if you're trying to say that on camera, you get it wrong sometimes. So why don't you take a look at this? Any questions, as always, let me know below. And the links for everything you've seen in this program are in the description. So if you're interested, check them out. Enjoy. I'll see you soon.
So the final of these three, this is QDX from Infinity Wax. I've had a lot of Infinity Wax on the channel, but this one is relatively new product for them. Originally started out life as a customer making a special request based on Rapid Quick Detailer, and this one kind of was born from that. Now, very different in terms of application from the other two. So where the other two, in actual fact, this one can be used the same as like a spray and wipe. This one can almost be used as a spray sealant. So the advice given from Michael at Infinity Wax is to spray the panel and to mist onto an applicator, and then spread, almost as like a wet application. Give it some time to cure, and then buff away. So what I tried on the day, and it was a bit of a learning curve for me. The first application I applied, so that's on this wing here, I gave it about a minute, I buffed. Um, Very straightforward, so far so good. At least in my head, that's what I was thinking. The gloss boost was there, quite a synthetic type of finish to it. Nice though, I did like it. Um, I did this method for the wing. I then went onto the door and I was misting onto the cloth and then buffing from there. And again, as a spray and wipe product, very, very competent. And, it sort of dealt with what I needed to deal with from a quick detailer point of view, which, the dirt in the door sill, things like that. And we're talking just light dirt, dealt with it perfectly well. Um, when I came to test the water behavior, I was kind of built up a little bit with this. The hype of the product is that it's really, really good on the beading. And then when I did the water test, which I'll show you in a second on the wing, I found it to be okay. So I was a little bit puzzled as to why that was, because I've seen some good pictures from some good beading on this one. So I thought there's something amiss at my end. So what I did was I came to reapply it. Now, on the reapplication, what I did is I gave it a longer cure time. So it does say you can leave it up to 10 minutes on the cure time. So I really gave it a good long time, not for it to dry on, but for it to dry in a little bit. And I thought, that's going to help the bonding process. Like I said right at the beginning of this episode, we were looking, it was a really cold day. So condensation on the panel was something we're playing against. However, for the purposes of the show, or at least the premise of this, where it's winter protection top ups, that's a typical scenario. So for all three, the kind of a real world test, will they deal with that everyday, type of weather that we're going to be experiencing? Now we're in late October, going into November. Um, so on the it's the boot, not the boot, rather the bonnet. The bonnet was given that longer cure time and about 10 minutes, and you could really start to see it dry. I reapplied to the wing as well just to kind of get a boost on that, and that really brought the beading out of it. So it does need some cure time. It does need a bit of time just to bond onto the paintwork. Now, for me, honestly, coming away, I'm really curious to try this on, a summer's day and see what I can do from it, see what I can get the best from it. Um, Coming away from it as a product, it took a lot of work to get the net result. So this sort of spread, allowed to dry, or at least allowed to cure, buff. I can think of quicker ways to get a top up to the protection, whereas this takes that more of an investment to get that. So maybe for me, it's not the top of the list in terms of what I would reach for winter protections in this type of application method. But for laying down some application on like a mist and wipe, it's clear that it does lay some down, so the protection is there. That for me for the winter months would be the way I would use it. Or, and this is potential, if you in a position where you can wait 10 minutes on a cure time, certain waxes that you could use that would be absolutely fine within that realm of cure time in colder temperatures. So maybe that wouldn't be a bad shout either. If you do want to top up your protection and you've got the time, then maybe it is a case of lay down another wax. All in all, on balance, I did like it as a product. It does a lot of things really, really well. It's a very good all-rounder type of quick detailer. For me, that additional time to cure it takes away the term quick. For me, I want it to be more spray, wipe, protections topped up and done. For me, the alternative and the one I would suggest, simply working from what we're working, is I would reach actually for my rapid quick detailer instead. I think for me as a winter top up, that one does exactly what I want. Very similar, very akin to what the Wowo's one does. It's very simple, very effortless, very straightforward, very user friendly. So if you've got Infinty Wax on the go, maybe consider between the two, depending on conditions, you might want to reach for the rapid quick detailer instead of this. Beading wise, this is the beading from it, and like I said, with this extra bit of effort, the beading was really good. So I was able to get what those pictures show me on the Facebook forums and the groups, things like that. It is possible to get those tall round beads from it, so the protection potentially is very, very good. Like I say, it's tempering it off for yourself against the time invested, and what's most efficient, what's best for you. You make your own decision. All in summary, I think from today's products, 3 great products in different ways. Like I say, if you're after a warmer finish, the devil's in the detail, more of a synthetic finish, either this or the Wowo's, a very, very good beading, I would say the QDX, a good all-rounder, could be QDX or the Wowo's, or something that's just very, very straightforward, then I would say the Wowo's is the one. So they've all got something they can bring to the party. Depending on you, is going to define your decision. But if you are interested in any of them, the links below are in the description. And just know that with all of them, they'll all bring a certain strength to the party. Back to me in the kitchen.
So that's this episode of the Detailing Show done, wrapped up, sorted, in the bag. We will be looking at, in the next episode of the Detailing Show, we've got at least a couple of waxes. I've got from TDG, they sent me a Halloween wax to try out, and I've missed the Halloween deadline. I can't film it until the 1st. I'm so sorry. But we're going to be taking a look at that anyway. I've got a wax, I'm not even sure how it's branded, so from AA Wax, but we're going to have that on the show next as well. We've got from Clin Korea their new Softy series. We've got a couple pieces of those to try. We're going to have that in the next episode also. And I'll just chuck some other things in there as well. I've got to check the list, see what's going. But as always, for this episode, thanks for turning up. Thanks for watching. As always, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, as I'm immensely grateful. Be sure to check us out over on Facebook, as we're going to have some giveaways going on there soon, and possibly on Instagram as well. I'll see how the mood takes me. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.